Kaleb Young has some solid skills. I mean, he's a guy that will go out there and battle you. He and Joey Gunther are pretty close. I think Tom Ryan wants to get some evaluation of both guys. And Jordan out there with a beautiful freight train double.
Bo Jordan, brother of Micah Jordan, son of Jeff and Amy. He's a redshirt senior from St. Paris Graham. He's 16-2 in his only 2 losses. Number 1, Zahid Valencia out of Arizona State. Kaleb Young, redshirt freshman out of Pennsylvania. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, redshirt freshman, and redshirted last year. He was a state champion as a senior. Dad, Buddy, and Amy. His mother ran cross country at Penn State Du Bois, so there's some athletic genes in his background there, but right now he's up against a tough hombre in Bo Jordan.
Yeah, he is. Jordan did kind of an intentional release there, allowed Young to get to his feet. That was a nice shot, good finish. Again, he's out here in this situation. Look at the whip over there. Nice job. Right back in automatically.
Oh, he's good there, Jim.
Yeah, he's got the he's got the banana split locked up right there. Young felt that, fought it off pretty well. Immediately comes to that right leg in. More of a cross-body ride.
The one thing I've always thought about Bo Jordan is he knows where he's good and he makes you wrestle there.
Yeah, he does. No question about that. He is a huge 174-pounder. I mean, he's always looked big at every weight class. I mean,
yeah, he just came up last year, and it looked like, well, how did he ever get to 165?
Yeah, amazing.
3-time All-American, third, and second. Twice third at 165, second last year, a 3-time Big Ten finalist and a champion.
Yeah,
last year, and against Mark Hall, that was a great match.
It really was, and and this is a guy that you hear the coaching staff talk about him. The guy that had a lot of success in his career, puts a lot of pressure on himself, and even in those losses he experienced this year, I mean, he was coming back and he was moving. Particularly in the match with the first match with Valencia, he really came back in that match after giving up a big move. And I think it's one of those things where if he gets his emotions under control and goes out there and wrestles like the way he can, kind of almost freeing himself up a little bit. Tom Ryan talks about how Tervel Glagnov has really been instrumental in helping him relax a little bit more out there in the competitions. I think you're going to see a better Bo Jordan this year. And he's already been pretty good.
Right. He's only lost 9-6 the last time against the number 1 ranked Zahid Valencia. And he scores again. Bo Jordan, ranked number 3 in the Flow Wrestling rankings. And those are the Flow Wrestling national rankings going across the bottom there. Our partner in national rankings, Flow Wrestling.
Good first period, 3 takedowns. Wow, good hard power half. He's got enough time to maybe turn this, but the hips are going one direction. He's trying to turn the shoulders in the other direction.
Putting a hurt on Kaleb Young there, but the time is running out in the first period. They'll get a new start. And 6-2 at the end of the first period. The Buckeyes trailing the Hawkeyes 12-7, but there's no weak link the rest of the way for the Buckeyes with Jordan, Martin, Moore, and Snyder.
That's what we talked about in the open, Tim, is that this could be one of the best dual meet teams ever assembled. I know there's been several of them. I remember going back to obviously some of the great Iowa teams, but Oklahoma one year had 11 returning All-Americans. And with this team right here, the Minnesota 10 All-Americans that they had one year, pretty obviously a very solid dual meet team.
Right, 2001, the only team ever to end up with 10 All-Americans at the NCAA tournament.
And, the dual meet that we're going to see in a couple weeks.
Don't take it out any further.
Number 1 and number 2, no matter what ranking you look at.
Yeah.
And that's Ohio State at Penn State on the Big Ten Network.
I don't know if I could rank either one of these teams number 2.
Right.
All right, it's kind of 1 and 1A.
You said before that whoever ends up number 2 might be the best number 2 team ever in the history of wrestling, college wrestling.
I know we'll be talking about that all season, but I just can't, just think about these situations right now on a Thursday in the NCAA tournament. Because we already know what Penn State can do as far as their bonus point machine that they have. Can Ohio State match them, or Iowa for that matter, or any other teams that want to be able to compete for the title? Can they match Penn State's ability to go ahead and put guys on their back?
Come on, guys, let's advance it. Let's advance it. Come on, let's go.
43 seconds left in the second period. Jordan putting a tough ride on. Really hasn't come out to the side looking for that half, but he's going to go on a touch optional start, and so he's going to go back to his feet, and he has no problem go for Jordan in executing from the feet.
And I would just tell you this from experience, is that you have to be, as a coaching staff and a corner in the national tournament, you have to make these decisions quickly as to whether your guy is dominating, all right, enough to be able to go ahead and immediately start going for bonus, let the guy up and those types of things. You've got to make that decision because matches can turn awful quickly, and all of a sudden you're in the dogfight when you were looking for a bonus. So it's nice work there by Jordan with the takedown, but that is
a takedown and ride at the end of the second period, the way the doctor wrote it up. A little break for Kaleb Young there, 5 seconds left in the second period to get a fresh start.
Red. Take hold. Set.
Jordan is going to hug close to the hips right there. So far, dominant. I always like it when I see athletes look back to their corner, get instructions. It builds that trust, that you need in the most critical times. Not necessarily in this moment, but later on in the season.
One of the 3 seniors on this Buckeye squad looking to become a 4-time All-American. Bo Jordan out in front, 8-3. Started down to begin this third period.
And he's looking for a reversal, maybe even a reversal to the back, looking to be dangerous here.
And he's certainly one that has shown he can be dangerous. Bo Jordan, last year's 174-pound finalist. Kaleb Young doing a nice job. Just got the boots in and not dropping to the side.
Yeah, just keeping his hips up on top, as you mentioned, Tim, is that now Jordan's going to go and hand fight. Good mat return by Young.
Just little things like that to go back into the room afterwards for young guys like Kaleb Young.
Yeah, and just little things like that where you try to switch back into him. Now you're going to come back up. Really got the escape at the edge of the mat. Good work.
Nice escape by Bo Jordan. Gets it right at the edge of the mat. He's out in front 9-3. A takedown, even if there was an escape, would be the major decision. A takedown. Yeah,
I think
just needs one more point. He's got riding time locked up. A takedown. And even if there was an escape by Young, and if that was the end, there would be a major decision. So one takedown away for Bo Jordan.
Like I said, he holds position. He's not a pusher out there, Jordan. As a result, got a good work there by Young. That was a pretty decent shot. Just get a little spread out right now. A little advantage Jordan being able to cut the corner. Now he'll work on the grip. Kind of just a little milker. See how Young was able to tuck that right ankle in. Now he's able to come out the back door. And he's going to collect. If he can limp that right arm out of there, he'll collect too.
Well, that's something that's not very easy to do against Bo Jordan. So right again, fight at the end for the Hawkeyes.
He's got
and
both
there's
legs.
2.
Yeah.
So talk about a builder for young Kaleb Young, and keeps Jordan from getting a major decision. But Bo Jordan, the 3-time All-American, the winner at 174 pounds with riding time, 10-5, your winner. 3 more points on the board for the Buckeyes, now inching closer to the Hawkeyes. It's 12-10, Hawkeyes lead.
Tim, we saw the same thing at 157, right?